Hello guys, we're officially live on the channel. This is the first live we've had in a while. Definitely. We haven't really been live. It's been forever. Hello guys, we're officially live on the channel. Since we've been live. Well, we do have live Guadeloupe landfall coverage with this here. As you can see, there are some storms over the Guadeloupe area at the moment. Basse Terre, I might be saying that wrong, in Guadeloupe is in some storms right now. The main area where storms are blowing up in convection at the moment are just to the west. I meant just to the east of Guadeloupe, even though the storm is is over Guadeloupe, basically. The reason for that is because they're battling some wind shear at the moment, which is making this kind of most of the convection further to the east. But these storms will eventually head into the Guadeloupe area, and we are starting to see some tropical storm force winds near Guadeloupe in those areas. We'll also eventually go near Montserrat. This is also near Dominica. We'll have also some potential threats with this, and Martinique, and St. Kitts and Nevis, and Antigua and Barbara. In the future, we'll approach Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, then Dominican Republic, and then eventually it could go all the way up to the Turks and Caicos Islands. Hello, Chris. Thanks for tuning in on the stream. Okay. Thanks, East Central Missouri. Basically what we are taking a look at the moment here. This is definitely our big thing. A lot of convection at the moment. Max wind speeds are at 50 miles per hour with gusts of 65 miles an hour. The minimum minimum low pressure is at 1,004 millibar. So it's definitely what we're talking about here. Let's see. I'm gonna go to single site radar, and I'm gonna click tropical weather. If you guys have any questions, I'll answer them here. Good evening, Weather Watcher. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. On WC3, you can see it soon. Okay. Yeah, I know. You can see it soon. Remember the August 10th, 2020 stuff? Yes, I do. I do remember some of that. We do turn on the, whatever it's called, the wind, tropical storm force wind areas. The northern part of Guadeloupe is starting to see tropical storm force winds. So places like Petit Canal, Mornay, Mole, Port Louis, those type of areas, I'm probably saying something that's wrong, is starting to get into these tropical storm force winds. La Raid, I'm probably saying that wrong. Those areas are approaching tropical storm force winds. Antigua and Barbara is having tropical storm force winds too at the moment. So this is definitely what we are talking about here. And tropical storm warnings that are in effect for Puerto Rico actually have gusts to 80 miles an hour possible. 40, 50 miles an hour with gusts to 80. So it's definitely big threats. Actually, the National Weather Service in Puerto Rico says up to 8 to 10 inches of rain right in this southeastern part of Puerto Rico, right in this area. So many areas need to be very well aware in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands for this. Okay, Central Missouri. Okay. Thanks everyone for the support on the channel. I decided on Radar Omega I'd kind of change the state lines to black. Thought that looked pretty cool. But yeah, this is the area of wind line, and that blue is the area where tropical storm force winds we are seeing. Let's go on the far out loop, and let's take a look at these models here. First, we're going to take a look at the GFS. I know I'm using Radar Omega for the models, but yeah. GFS model shows around 4 p.m. 5 p.m. Central Time. I don't even know what the time is like in Puerto Rico, but for Central Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, it's definitely some very heavy rainfalls approaching the Virgin Islands, British Virgin Islands. Very heavy rainfall around 10 p.m. Central Time, around 1 a.m. Central Time. Very heavy rainfall approaching San Juan and Puerto Rico. Just tons of dumping rain will be tonight into tomorrow morning. Could get some extreme rainfall, and then all the way to Sunday, late at night, into the morning hours, they could still be seeing some very heavy rainfall with this. Remember, this is just one model. We're going to take a look at the other models too, but most of the models are kind of accurate with the forecast from here, but once it gets kind of further north, they kind of get more inaccurate. It's hard to believe that you've been on for almost 2 years, then goes for me, yeah. Something what we're talking about. Let's go to 99 hours. 93. See the total rainfall precipitation. Total precipitation anomalies. Oh my god. Man, the GFS models. It's pretty crazy with this. They're showing Guadeloupe could see an area of up to 3 inches. Antigua and Barbuda could see up to 5 inches. St. Kitts and Nevis could see up to 5 inches. Virgin Islands could see 5 inches. And they are showing, across most of Puerto Rico, they're showing up to a foot of rain. I do think we could maybe see up to a foot of rain in a spot. But this is a little bit hyped, in my opinion, for the GFS. To be honest. We're going to take a look at the European model here. I'm going to take a look at composite reflectivity. Oh, we can't do reflectivity with the European. We can just do total precipitation. I do think that the European model is a little more accurate, as they're kind of showing more of a southerly type with this, as compared to the GFS is showing more of a northernly with this. But near Guadeloupe, they're showing up to 3 inches. Antigua and Barbuda showing up to 5 inches. St. Kitts and Nevis up to 5 inches. Just 7 inches in Virgin Islands. 2 foot of rain in the southeast in this part of Puerto Rico could see a definite 8 to 12 inches of rain. This part of Puerto Rico could see a lot of rain too. And definitely a lot of rain for Dominican Republic. So it definitely could cause some flash flooding. We also do have rip current threats for these areas. Here. Not getting a lot of views on this stream, but it's okay. We're still, we're still live with this. The potential impacts with this could be up to 8 accumulations on the southeastern and southwestern part Puerto Rico. You could see it's 12 inches. Elsewhere, 4 to 8 inches or locally higher amounts are possible with this. So I'm pretty sure at least the National Weather Service in San Juan are kind of using the European model to kind of detect how much rainfall, because it looks like exactly like the Europeans' precipitation forecast. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of rain that we are potentially seeing with this. We'll probably get an update here later. I'm not sure when the update. If anybody who is in the chat knows when the next National Hurricane Center update is, then just tell me. Montserrat is going to be in storm force winds soon, but Antigua and Barbuda is already in tropical storm force winds in the northern part of Guadeloupe and some of the eastern part of Guadeloupe. Let's take a look back at satellite imagery. Some of the convection blowing up storms are starting to approach the extreme eastern side of Guadeloupe, like La Desiree is getting some very heavy rainfall. It's kind of where this thing kind of headed into, as this thing is approaching its landfall in the most northern tip of Guadeloupe. It's approaching the landfall here soon. I went live a little bit early, but as you can tell, it's approaching landfall at the moment with this most of this, like I said, most of the storms are mostly to the east of Guadeloupe, so it's battling some wind shear. But this will probably become lesser of a threat as there's less wind shear further it goes. This thing is definitely a significant storm that we are taking a look. Let's take a look at the loop here. It's kind of loop, as you can see, this blowing up, like a lot of convection and a lot of clouds are starting to head into the Guadeloupe area. Here's definitely what we're talking about. Something I've not really talked about is Tropical Storm Lester. This thing is kind of a weaker storm than Fiona. But this thing is approaching at 50 miles an hour, gusts of 65, and it could have some threats for Acapulco in Mexico in those areas. But this is not something I'm going to cover on in Mexico since it's not in the Atlantic. I mostly have an Atlantic person to be covering on weather. Also have a slight risk of severe weather that we actually have in Nebraska. So, hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Hope you guys are enjoying it. It's definitely what we're talking about here. I'm gonna take a new screenshot and edit something. One sec here, guys. I'm gonna have some big time explosion in thunderstorms. This is what we are seeing. I took the wrong storm track. My bad. My bad. Took the wrong storm track, in fact. Messed up. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna redo a new image. Let's see here. I don't know what the heck this image is doing, man. This image is a little messed up. I'm gonna try to fix it. We're just trying to fix something here. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream, though. Really hope if anybody's in this stream that is from these areas, I hope they are tuning into the stream. Because this is a dangerous system. Okay, I updated this storm track look. This thing is definitely approaching the areas where we'll be able to see some WSV3 soon. Not right now, just later, you know. You guys have any questions? I'll answer them. Man, some big time convection thunderstorms are just approaching Guadeloupe right now. Guadeloupe, you are about to be into some big time thunderstorms. Wish we could get actual radar there, but we can't, sadly. I'm gonna keep that on, actually. Basically, the light blue indicates where the tropical storm force winds is at. Something I want to take a look at here is this doesn't have to do with these storms, but we have a radar in Puerto Rico. So just so you know, I'm probably gonna be live around tomorrow later in the day. I'm probably going to be live on Tropical Storm Fiona on coverage on this. I might be live here with the Virgin Islands coverage. It's around 11 a.m. It's going to be nearing 1 p.m. my time. It's going to be nearing Virgin Islands. Around 1 a.m. my time, it's going to be approaching Puerto Rico. Around 11 a.m., it's going to be even closer to Dominican Republic. I might even go live for Dominican Republic, too, to be honest. So we could be seeing a lot of live streams on my channel here soon, as I wasn't really able to go live. That's probably why there's less people watching. But yeah, Rain Maves, thanks for tuning in. You say, Blaze, will you please let me have a longer severe weather season this year? I cannot let you have that. I'm not Mother Nature. But hope we get some severe weather, maybe mostly some storms. I mean, storms are just something better, but yeah. And Ryan, say you're from Northern Ireland, but you have been following some different hurricanes. You tracked most of the path of Hinmanor for most of its life. Nice. Well, good thing you're not in the threat path of this. Thanks for tuning in. See, Ireland. Yeah, Ireland, that's far. But something what we are taking a look at. I already looked at the models earlier. I might take a look at it again soon. Been live for about 16 minutes. Feels like a little longer, but I was thinking satellite imagery. I have Atlantic Basin on the satellite imagery. Are you guys wanting me to use clean LWIR? It's not infrared. Infrared is what Tropical Tidbits uses, but it's basically just, I can get you some different, G16 Metal Scale 1 has it up. It's right here. I guess you guys might want this. Man, this thing is a monster, to be honest. It's not a monster, not what I mean by that. But what I mean is that this thing has a ton of convection and deep clouds with this. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. This is like deep convection with this. You can see those lightning strikes in showing the intensification with this. But you might be wondering, it's all the way over here, and most of the convection's over here. It's because there's a lot of wind shear that is battling. They're battling a lot of wind shear with the storm. But you're seeing a lot of storms kind of forming, a ton of storms near La Desirade and St. Francis and Guadeloupe. Put this into motion here. I'm going to do 30 frames. You guys probably will want that better. You can't live. Oh, it sucks. Yay. Wait, you mean you can live or you can't? I'm confused. You said you can't live, so I don't know why you would say yay. I mean, that kind of sucks. Feels like summer where you live. You say Rain Maves. Well, yeah, there's a definite, I'll take a look at the models for that in a second. There's definitely a, let's take a look at the NAM 3K. On temps, there's definitely a ton of warm temperatures that we are seeing here. Definitely a lot of warm temperatures. There's like a heat dome basically right here. You're probably going to be seeing some warmer temperatures here pretty much every day. I'd say basically just pretty much every day you'll be seeing warmer temps. That's what you're going to be seeing. And then it will start to get, I'm going to take a look at the ECMWF for this. This is the US. I know I'm supposed to be tracking for Fiona, but you can see it's just definite warm temperatures every day basically, and especially in the southern part. Not really, mostly for you. You're still going to be on 75 and stuff, but for the most of the South US we'll be seeing. But you can see a big pattern with cold temperatures is going to pop up, and it's going to make your temperatures high going to be at 50 degrees. I know that doesn't seem pleasant, but that is what could happen later on. You're having your warm temperatures right now, but that will eventually end here. My thing got glitched. Sorry, guys. I gotta re-click on this. Guys, have any questions? I will answer them on the channel. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I wonder when they're gonna put out the next update by the National Hurricane Center. Still only a big storm. Man, storms are exploding near La Desirade. This is really a strong system with a lot of storms exploding. It's just battering a little bit of wind shear, but it's still a very strong system. Turks and Caicos Islands will get impacted later on. It's going to be a Category 1 hurricane later on, so really a lot of stuff. We're experiencing a pretty rough winter season, as I heard local forecasts call it La Nina. This is a La Nina pattern for the U.S. Well, for actually anywhere in the world is impacting. I want a good storm, but I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah. Most of the forecasters are mostly for, you're talking about local. Okay, yeah. 8 p.m. What do you mean by 8 p.m., Chris? What do you mean by that? Okay. So the updated national, actually no, the updated National Hurricane Center never came out. Yeah, that was wrong about that. This thing is actually going to make landfall here soon, definitely. I'm going to try to put on a local track of when this thing is going to make landfall. I'm going to use it, I'm going to use WSV3 to do it. Going to make landfall in about 30 minutes, I think. This thing's going to make landfall in about 30 minutes is my guess. Same, Chris, yeah. Update? What do you mean by update? I'm so confused. But yeah, this thing's going to make landfall in about 30 minutes. I used WSV3 to put a storm track on it. This thing is definitely a strong system. There is some definite, we're seeing tropical storm force winds across portions of Guadeloupe and Antigua and Barbara, and some big time storms are going to be heading into the Guadeloupe area here. So this is definitely what we were talking about as a definite big storm. Antigua and Barbara will get into the storms later on, but they are experiencing tropical storm force winds and those definite rip currents at the moment. Update is at 8 p.m. Thank you so much. Do you mean 8 p.m. Central Time or Eastern Time? Because I'd like to know that. You guys are enjoying this stream here. Ooh, a lot of lightning we are seeing, as this is a deep convection storm. It's probably pouring, I'd say, in La Desirade in Guadeloupe. This is landfall coverage at the moment. Sadly, you can't go live, Chris, but similarly landfall coverage that we are saying 30 minutes from now this thing could make landfall near Guadeloupe, so it's definitely a good sign that we are seeing. Not a good sign, but something pretty cool. It's a really northern tip. It's just a short landfall here. It's like the northern tip is where it's gonna make landfall at, potentially. Is when this thing will make landfall. And also, this last update was at 4 p.m. actually. So the last update was like now. So kind of what's like looking like at the moment. Here, this is the definite landfall coverage that we are seeing. Dominica is going to get into the tropical storm force winds later on here. Sadly, it's kind of became more nighttime in that area, so they're in a different time zone, so I'm not able to see satellite imagery there. I mean, look at long wave infrared. That's insane. Yes, it's a pretty insane storm. Guadeloupe is going to get into some storms here soon. Eastern Daylight Time, okay? 7 p.m. my time then. Chris, Rain Mason, you're talking about Chris, I know. You love how people complain about the heat down in Texas. Yay. That's crazy, man. How people complain about the heat down in Texas. And Rainmavis out in Wisconsin, he never has to really complain too much about heat because it doesn't get very hot where he lives. It does sometimes in the middle of the summer, but compared to Texas, gets way hotter weather. Obviously. Storms are really starting to head in the St. Francis area, La Desirade, Lemuel, and St. Anne here. We can't get real radar. I'm kind of using satellite imagery just to know what the storms are looking like. It's not the most accurate thing, but let's see. I'm going to check the updated SPC outlook. Tropical storm force winds are active. Heading into the Guadeloupe area here soon. Wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing tropical storm force winds already. That would definitely not be surprised if that was the case. You have the weather, same here. Man, you're saying yay a lot, Chris. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. Here. Let's see, when is the updated Euros gonna come out? I wonder. We're actually gonna take a look at the models here with this. Take a look at the models. Euro first. Euro only does total precipitation, but you wouldn't be surprised how crazy the Euro's saying with this. In the next 51 hours, the European model's saying tons of heavy rain. I mean, they're showing 5 inches in Virgin Islands. Actually, we're going to go to 100 hours because that would be the full system. 108 hours. European models showing Guadeloupe gets 3 inches. Dominica gets more up to 2 inches, I'd say. Antigua and Barbuda gets up to 5 inches, or 4 inches, I'd say. St. Kitts and Nevis gets up to 4 inches. Virgin Islands gets up to 7 inches. And so the most southern tip of Puerto Rico could get up to 12 inches. And this part of Puerto Rico on the most southwestern part could get up to a foot of rain, too. Definitely some heavy rain could possibly, if the Europeans' model's right, we could see up to a foot of rain, too, in Dominican Republic. And Turks and Caicos Islands could get a ton of rain, too. So it's definitely a big rainmaker of a system that we definitely are seeing here. I mean, the GFS model, the European model is kind of more accurate with this system at the moment. As you can see, they've shown big time rain for Puerto Rico. This thing really does strengthen for Puerto Rico. They're kind of showing a northerly storm, so I'm not really agreeing with the GFS total precipitation, as they're showing this thing in more of a northerly direction, but I'd say it's more of a southerly direction as it's battling a lot of wind shear at the moment. They're really showing this thing near Bermuda, but they're showing this thing doesn't head to the U.S. or anything. Some models are saying it heads to the U.S., some aren't. It depends on that big, crazy system that we're having near Alaska. It depends if that thing really does affect this system, but if it doesn't, this could affect the U.S., so it's kind of an uncertainty thing, and I wouldn't really worry about it in the U.S., but this is definitely something that we could keep an eye out on, because it's not 100%. You don't really know. It might not head into the U.S. Guadeloupe is heading into some storms here. Hello, United Weather. You're Franklin? Nice. Hey. If anybody has any questions, I will answer them here. I'm kind of getting a little bored of this coverage. It's not a very strong system, but we're still going to stay alive for a bit. This thing is, storm movement is out west. Let's see how fast it's moving. I don't know how fast it's moving. I'm gonna keep up the storm track of this. I'm gonna put storm track on WSV3. Just slide it right through. Single reach Guadeloupe about 25 minutes, 26 minutes. So we're seeing landfall in about 26 minutes. potentially could potentially be. We're kind of seeing a colder trend here. It's definitely some warm temperatures, a big heat dome in the southern part of the U.S. Your area, it's definitely warm right now. I'm not sure if October could be warm. Some trends are saying some places could be warm in October, but not really sure. We could get some warm temperatures, but obviously, like normal fall, it gets cooler. But yeah. Really take a look at the system. As some big time storms, La Desirade, St. Anne. This is Guadeloupe landfall coverage. You definitely see that tropical storm force winds is entering Antigua and Barbara. Northern part of Guadeloupe and the extreme eastern part of Guadeloupe is experiencing tropical storm force winds. So, based on what this is looking like at the moment, satellite imagery is consisting to this area kind of seeing the most rain. It's really depending on what this thing does later on, though. But this area, there's kind of showing the most rain. So, yeah. Only some big-time deep convection and clouds and with storms. Northern Indiana radar has been down for 2 weeks. Really, that's crazy. Weird. Take a look at that. 2 weeks. Oh my god, yeah, it is down. Oh man, that's bad. It sucks. I mean, see, Northern Indiana can't even get great radar. They have to use like the Chicago stuff for good radar. It's kind of weird. Sucks. They need to fix that. What are they doing, man? What are they doing? I don't know what happened. Man, long wave infrared is showing this thing's a monster. I'll put this thing in motion here. Oh, okay. Below average rainfall, love it. Yeah, it sucks. Actually, for your area, rain waves, you say below average rainfall. Luckily, I think for your area, there's no drought conditions at the moment, which is good. Yeah, no drought conditions for your area right now. There actually might be some rain. There actually is some rain heading into your area right now, rain waves that's heading towards your area here. Luckily, you're not in any drought conditions, but yeah. But you are having some rainfall some rain heading into your area here. It's definitely what we are talking about with this at the moment. We might end the stream here. One second, I'll be right back. Alright, we are back here. I had someone stop by for a second. Dog. It's going to be United weather, we could see an uptrend in tornadoes into the November areas in December. We actually are seeing a little bit of an uptrend in severe weather as a big trough is ejecting at the moment from that big system and that extremely rare system in Alaska. But yeah, we're actually going to put another storm track, see if it's updated yet. Okay. Yep, this thing is approaching the area. This is definitely a strong system. I'll approach in between 25 to 30 minutes. Hope you guys are enjoying this stream. Here, we are seeing some big-time convection approaching the Guadeloupe area right now. This is live Guadeloupe landfall coverage. Hope everybody here is enjoying this stream with this live coverage. You say, should I be expecting a late tornado season this year? It's a late tornado season this year. Not really, because I think if we do see some big time, if we do see some big time if some tornado events into like a late year, it will be in this kind of region right here. Anywhere from this area down, because obviously it's cooler in your area and stuff, and the way the weather goes. So yeah. So AF302 Mission 5 in the Fiona status and storm. Okay. Wow. Possibly. Okay. But yeah. Because kind of one of your areas, definitely. You're saying Indiana might get some severe weather Monday. Yeah, maybe. One second. I'm going to take a look at that. You're talking about that rain waves. I'm going to take a look at aircraft recon, actually. AF302 Mission 5 into Fiona. Status in storm. Oh, yeah. Type low level reconnaissance. So we actually do have a AF302 mission that is inside of Fiona right now. Hello, Mary Rowe. You say, hi, boys. Weather. Just join the chat. What is Chicago looking like? Today in Chicago, nothing in the way of storms or severe weather by any means. Tomorrow, same thing. But on day 3, which is day 3 Monday, it's Friday today, right? Yeah, it's Friday. On Sunday, you could definitely see some potential severe weather. You could maybe see some potential severe weather and some storms on Monday. So be prepared for Monday. You're only in a 1 out of 5. It's a low severe weather threat, but still be prepared. You guys are enjoying the stream here. Big time storms in the western and in the eastern and northeastern part of Guadeloupe right now, and tropical storm force winds are entering the eastern part of Guadeloupe and the northeastern part of Guadeloupe. So we definitely do have some big time storms. Tropical storm force winds in Antigua and Barbuda, actually. Sorry, I was saying that wrong the whole time. Didn't even know that. Yeah, this is a big storm with some big time convection. No problem, Mary. Chicago does not have a slight risk. Actually, Chicago has a marginal risk. They're close to slight, but they're in the marginal. Yeah, we could get that extended there. It's into Fiona just right now. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. Here, I'm taking a look at that aircraft renaissance right now. Satellite data. It is definitely inside of it. I can see that right now. It's inside of it. The aircraft recon is inside of it. AF32 mission. I'm going to take a look at this a little bit more. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. Definitely big storms, including Guadeloupe at the moment. St. Anne, including big storms heading in there. Port Louis, Petit Canal, and La Desirade. Landfall coverage is going on in Guadeloupe. We'll be making landfall here soon. Monday will include a slight risk. Monday could include a slight risk. I'll take a look at that more. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at that actually right now. I'm going to take a look at the Euro model for that for Monday. Tuesday, 18Z, Tuesday in the European model showing some isolated storms for central. It's showing some storms for central Indiana and central Ohio. That's what they're kind of showing. Oh, I meant Monday. I forgot. I was looking at Tuesday. My bad. On Monday, they're actually showing some big time storms, a line of storms in central Indiana and central Illinois. Actually, so we're gonna take a look at the upper level height. I'm gonna take a look at 500 millibar height. Actually, do have a little bit of a lower, like, do have a little bit of the traffic, including that area. Something a little bit. Let's take a look at wind shear. Bulk shear. Shear, there actually is some shear levels, so we could actually see a little bit of severe weather event across portions of central and southern Illinois and central Indiana. We could see some severe weather as we are seeing some definite shear. So yeah, we'll take a look at that later once we get more better models, like and stuff. Okay, United Weather. You can, but yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying this. Guadeloupe has a lot of storms heading into the region and tropical storm force winds. Also, some extreme rip currents there too. Dominican could get into some storms later here soon. And definite flooding potential. Puerto Rico under tropical storm warnings with gusts up to 70 miles an hour. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them. Maria, I cannot answer what you're saying. Okay, Mary Rowe. I have plenty of that wind shear. Yeah. You have plenty of that wind shear. There's a lot of other stuff that also has to include wind shear on Monday. Yes, you do, but there's other stuff that has to include with that than just wind shear, obviously. Could see some severe weather events that could exist later this week and stuff. I'm just taking a look at this recon data from AF302 mission into Fiona, a recon aircraft. I'm also looking at number 4, mainly number 5. You have to have some cape. Well, yeah, obviously. You do have to have some cape and a lot of other stuff too. You have to have a lower level jet. A lot of stuff has to include. Guadeloupe, actually some big time storms is heading into Guadeloupe right now. They're kind of extending. These storms are really extending. These big time thunder boomers are heading into the area. I wouldn't be surprised if most of Guadeloupe is starting to see the I wouldn't be surprised if they're already starting to see tropical storm force winds. I wouldn't even be surprised. Remembering that we have a slight risk of severe weather in effect right now. If you guys are wondering about tropical storm Lester, that could have some effects for Acapulco, as there's tropical storm warnings in the portions of that portion of Mexico. We're not really going to cover that too much. Our main focus at the moment is on Tropical Storm Fiona. Man, some big time thunder boomers. This is a lot of deep convection, a lot of deep clouds. Wow. Sorry, Maria, but if you keep doing this, I'll have to time you out as I cannot tell what you are saying. If you have no cape, you get no storms. Well, obviously. There's a lot of other stuff, too. Saying you're giving the storms sugar. I like to say they're giving the storms, I forgot what I was saying. It's like, yeah. True, United Weather. Chances are not that great, by the way. What does next week look like for me? I know I got some storm chances coming up. You could maybe see some storms next week, but could maybe get some storms next week. But there are some storms heading into your area right now, rain waves, so that's definitely what we're talking about. It's kind of moderate rain, I'd say. Light, moderate rain. Maybe some isolated heavy spots, but mostly light and moderate. I'm going to put another storm track on this. It's going to be approaching this very soon. This thing is really close to making landfall. Nightbot timed her out for 5 seconds. Don't worry, roommates, you'll get some severe weather soon. Might get some severe weather at some point. He was in northern Wisconsin, by the way. But I think later this year they won't really get much in the way of severe weather. This is kind of the ending part for your rain waves. Man, tropical storm warnings in effect for Guadeloupe. Tropical storm warnings in effect for the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. I might go live actually for Puerto Rico. Tomorrow afternoon, I might be live in Puerto Rico. I definitely might be live tomorrow in Puerto Rico. Definitely. Looks like the update just came out. Man, it's really approaching Guadeloupe now. I think this is a lot further than it's showing. I think it's probably right here. I think it's almost at landfall. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's made landfall here soon. You've only had severe thunderstorm warnings. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings this year. And you're talking to rain waves. Oh man, that kind of sucks, United Weather. I've had way more severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see if it is over, so it's okay, boys. Okay. I'm ready for El Nino. Yeah, well, we are in another La Nina winter this year. Sorry, I can't recognize what you're saying, Maria, but I see that you say National Day Meteorological Barbados. You said Barbados. I copied yours. I'm gonna go to Google Translate and. Do you guys think it'll be weird if I type in Spanish for a second back? I just want to tell them what's going on. Because I feel bad, to be honest. Meteorological action, you know, that there's some videos, some visuals of that. Barbados. Barbados. Alright. I'm gonna translate it for him because I feel bad that the person doesn't know. You can translate, I'll do it. I already did it. I'm actually don't even know if they're speaking in Spanish or not. They might be speaking in Spanish. I'm gonna copy theirs again and detect the language. Oh yeah, it's Spanish. It was detected as Spanish. Okay. Okay, I just copied and pasted something. Alright, work with buddy, help her out if you can. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish either, unfortunately. But I translated what I said in English, and just put it in there. I know you're confused, Chris. I know you're confused. You're saying, what? I translated something in English and put it into Spanish. I said, hey, Barbados has no chance for a tropical system. It's to the north. You have a neutral by next February. Okay. Oh, you speak Russian. Oh, wow. Chris is probably really confused. He's like, what the heck are you talking about, man? Man, big time thunderstorms in Guadeloupe. It's probably pouring in Guadeloupe. St. Anne, La Desiree, it's probably pouring there. I wouldn't be surprised if this is already almost like minutes away from making landfall. This thing seems super close to making landfall here, if not already landfall. But definitely some tropical storm force winds is probably already in Guadeloupe by now. Any video from there, I would love to see. I don't have a video from Guadeloupe, from what's going on in Guadeloupe, but thank you for tuning in, Andrew Hay. Oh my God, United Weather, what the heck are you saying? Oh, your friends in Russia, okay. But yeah, there's no video that I have from there. I just have the satellite imagery. It's just those brighter white colors and those dark red colors and black colors are just indicating, I'd say, heavy rain, deep clouds, deep convection. Let's think of that as bad. I said hello, Blaze. Hello, Blaze. I'm gonna translate what you said to Google Translate what you said. Let's see. I'm gonna use detect language. It's Russian. It's detected as Russian. So you were right. It did. Oh, yeah, it does say hello, Blaze. What? I can't believe you said that. Maria just put another chat. I'm going to copy it and paste it in. I'm like talking to this person in Spanish. This is funny. Rico and Cabo de swells are expected in Puerto Rico in the area of Puerto Rico. See nothing. Okay, I'm going to type something in. Typing something in for them. What are you even saying, United Weather? Okay, just shut up, Chris. Shut up. I'm joking, Chris. But, that's funny. You just copied and pasted something, too. Oh, you just copied and pasted their exact test. What's they they says, Maria, hope you learned your lesson. Stop spamming emotes. Nightbot, why would you do that? You timed her out for 600 seconds. It's not nice. Hope everybody's enjoying this stream so far. Said subscribe to Voice. Thanks. We are seeing some big time storms. Guadeloupe is in some big time thunder boomers right now. So it's definitely a big system. This storm is really starting to strengthen. I think the wind shear that I was been battling is starting to weaken. I think that wind shear it's been battling is starting to weaken as the storm is kind of pushing the convection started to push east more into where the storm really is instead of it being west because it was battling wind shear. Luckily, it's not battling as much wind shear. I already copied it and pasted it, Chris. I already read everything they said. Man, this is now a Spanish stream, guys. What are you talking about, man? It's a Spanish stream. This is a Spanish stream. I've been live for 1 hour. I'm going to have to go soon. Do you guys mind if I go AFK? Everybody put it in the chat. Is it fine if I go AFK? Kind of feeling a little tired. It's fine if I go AFK, guys. Is it fine if I go AFK? Might go AFK. Is it fine if I go AFK? Oh my god, United Weather. Okay. I might actually be busy soon, so I might not even be able to talk again, but I hope I can. I'm going to take a break. Hope you guys are liking the stream so far. We're going to put on some music. Let's see, what's the best music? What's the best music to turn on? Best music for streams. I searched it up. If you guys hear any music, that's why. I put best music for streams. Let's see. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find something else. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do this either. I don't know what to do. I might just pull up, probably just going to pull up, for music, I'm probably just going to pull up, let's see what I'm going to pull up. I want to pull up that one thing. Oh yeah, wipe that audio. You guys are enjoying the stream. It says you want to dance. That's so funny. I'll need to get some sleep soon. Okay. I don't know what time it is for you. It's probably actually, oh my god, it's probably like midnight for you, I think. It's 6 p.m., 6:38 p.m. my time. I think Ireland is 6 hours ahead of us. I'm trying to get my geography in. I think they're 6 times ahead of us, so I think it would be around, if I'm right, wait. If I'm right, it's 12:38 there. So you need to get some sleep if I'm right. Tell me if I'm right. I wonder if I'm right. I hope I'm right. I'll feel accomplished. Oh man, that music is intense. I'm not gonna do that music. That music is intense. Man, this storm is extremely strengthened in the next few runs. It's really extremely strengthened here. Hope I'm right. Oh man, convection's really heading into the Guadeloupe area. It's pouring probably in Guadeloupe. I wouldn't even be surprised if they're also seeing tropical storm force winds already. Wonder when the next National Hurricane Center, you said 7 p.m. It's my time, 7 p.m. So it's probably coming up here really soon. Really soon this thing will be coming out. probably. I'm gonna. Okay, so I was right. Thanks. Alright, we're gonna go AFK here. Just for a bit. Sorry guys if you're mad that I'm going AFK. But it's gotta be done. Hope you guys are okay with it. Oh, we're about to go AFK here. It might be for a while. I might, right before I go, I might say, I gotta go now. Oh, that music seemed a little intense. I'm gonna keep it to retro wave. I'll try to throw in any updates. Okay.
Did you?
Okay, that's just an ad. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find this one. Okay, we're gonna meet here. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Yeah, just remember this is an English stream, so if you're Spanish, I cannot detect what you're saying, and the stream will kind of be like that, you know. I can try my best to translate if you're Spanish here, but the music is turning on! Hope you guys have enjoyed this stream.